Listen, we had technical difficulties today, but we here. We here. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Rants About Tech live for this Monday, March 17th. It's Nip Day, among other things. We'll talk about it. I'm not sure if the stream has totally caught up yet entirely. It's looking like it. It's looking like we might be caught up. I had technical difficulties earlier trying to get the stream started. It looked like it may be behind by a lot. I hope I don't have to stop the stream. Oh, this was going to be such a good stream. Such a good stream. Are you guys hearing me yet? You probably don't hear or see me yet. I'm sure you guys don't hear or see me yet. We got people talking in the stream though. Or in the chat. Celio, Ram, glad you could be here. This is the worst day to have technical difficulties. I can't even get it out today. I'm so distraught. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a packed show today. I didn't have anything on the docket today. I didn't have anything major. You know, I may have to stop the stream and start it back up again. I may have to. Oh boy. It is so behind. The stream is so behind, you guys. So I'm just seeing how the stream caught up. The stream is minutes behind. I almost want to stop it and restart it. That's how bad the stream is. I think I'm gonna stop it and restart it. I think I'm gonna restart it and see what happens here. Just bear with me. We're gonna do something experimental right now. This has never been done on live before. Okay. I think we're good though. Now, I think that helped the delay. It is a little behind. So, yeah, it's a lot behind, I think. But I think me restarting that fixed it a little bit. So instead of being like a whole minute behind, I'm only like half a minute. I'll take that. That's an improvement. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a show. Like I said, we got a good show going on today. But we got Jay on the show today. Most importantly, Jay's going to be making an appearance on the show today. He caught me right before the show. I saw him in the live chat. I'm like, okay, let's do it. If you're going to be here, we should do it. So we're going to do that. We're going to talk about the Discord changes that are happening. We're going to talk about the Go 10.3 and the Remarkable Paper Pro a little bit. There is no real tech news today. So we're just doing a show today of eInk stuff and Discord stuff. So that's what we're doing today. But let's all go ahead and give a shout out to the members in here. We got quite a few members in here today. We got Jay, of course. Thanks for joining. We got BM, of course. Thanks for joining us. We got Mr. Media, aka Aaron, in here. Thanks for joining us. Celio, what's going on? How you doing? And who else did we have in here? And we got myself, air horns for me. Listen, if you don't thank nobody, you gotta thank yourself sometimes. So air horns. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get to the promotions, of course. Thanks for showing your support for the show by just being here, engaging. Thank you. All the chat members who are here, designated by the stars. We're gonna get another icon for that, like shows like who we are. The stars just don't do it. The stars just don't cut it. We're gonna have to have a conversation in Discord about that. So yeah, that's gonna change here pretty soon. Since we're making all these changes, we may as well change that as well. Thanks for the people who are showing your support by liking and subscribing to the channel as well. And also thank you to the people who are doing this. They're going to the website, rantsaboutTech.com. T-shirts there. I know the stock is low. I see it. I'm putting in an order to get more. So we're going to have more of those in pretty soon. And we're going to have a couple special ones in. We've been talking about a couple special t-shirts for a while now. Now we're going to put those into play here. So we got a couple special shirts coming to the store that we'll talk about at a later date as well. But yeah, nice way to show you support. Go to rantsaboutTech.com. see what you like, pick up something. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's go back to what we were talking about earlier. Oh yeah, members who are showing you support through the membership. Let's get to those. We got Aaron, aka Mr. Media. We got Zucifer. That's a heck of a name. Zucifer, thanks for joining. Ian S, thanks for joining. Spicy Water. Torleaf, all the way from Norway. Thanks for joining. These are all members. Me. What a heck of a name. Me. Zangaris, thank you. Scott Benedict, thank you. Appreciate you. We got Tommy, Danielle. We got BM, Mr. Mike. We got Fictional Doc. We got CJ. We got Jay, of course. We got Greg, aka Gregory. We got Brian, Katie Cakes. We got Jack Betts, Max. We got All at Sea. All at Sea just joined us on the Discord. So if you are a member of the channel, you should come join us over there. I think all the members of the channel are in Discord, to be honest with you. So we're having a good time over there. It's a good time. So thanks to all of those people. And if I didn't mention you, I will mention your name in the next show. We're going to get to all the members. So again, thank you for being a member. Thank you for showing your support. And let's go ahead and get on to the topics of the day, which, like I said, like we're not really covering tech today. It's just Discord stuff and eInk. What do we have here? Oh, the happies. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And again, it's Nip Day today. It's Nip Day. Well, what does that mean? We'll talk about it. But happy St. Patrick's Day. That's really the only happy that matters today. St. Patrick's Day, full stop. We'll keep going. If anything is going on today that you guys think is pressing and you want to talk about, just throw it in the chat. We'll talk about it. And good morning to everybody. Speaking of the chat, let's go ahead and get to the chat before we hit up the Discord stuff. We can. Okay, this is all about me saying I don't know if anyone can hear me. And good morning, Sheen. Good morning, BM. Good morning, Greg. Good morning, all the people in the chat right now. Discord. Discord is changing a little bit, so I wanted to talk about a couple of those changes on the live today for the people that are in the Discord. And for people who may be thinking about joining the Discord. It's not open to the public just yet. We're doing that soon, though. As soon as we get all of this stuff in order, it's going to be open to the public. So what changes that we're making to the Discord? YouTube is now tied to Discord. So if you are a YouTube member, go ahead and link your YouTube with your Discord account. And what that'll do is it'll give you a title. And it'll also give you... it doesn't give you any more perks, per se. It's the same thing you would get normally. Actually, it's different. If you're an OG crew, the perks are different from people just joining the crew. So that's going to be different. You're on a different level. I'm on a new level. Chain with a new bezel. Okay, so that's going to be a thing. So different roles. So go ahead and tie your YouTube to your Discord account if you want to see those changes. A lot of roles have changed too for the original crew that were a part of the Discord and for new crew that are joining. And we'll talk about those changes at a later date as well. A store is being added to the YouTube or Discord, which I didn't know was possible. So this is what I think is very interesting about Discord. So I think it's very interesting that Discord allows you all of these tools that I didn't even know they had. I've just been kind of exploring it over the weekend, essentially. That's all I did this weekend was Discord stuff. But I enabled a lot of stuff I didn't know it had. So a lot of people go through Patreon for their fans or for their viewership or for their following to show support for that particular creator, right? Patreon is a really good way to do that. My thought was, if Discord offers some kind of thing like that, I'd rather do it in Discord. Like, I'd rather meet the people who want to show their support where they already are, and we're already in Discord. You know what I mean? So, like, why would I mean, not why would I, but my thinking was it's way more convenient for that to be the case. Like, if people who are in the Discord wanted to show support, to be able to do that right in Discord is, instead of having people go somewhere else to do that. Or if they wanted to get content, why have them go somewhere else to get that content, that extra content, or that we'll talk about some other things that we're gonna do too. Why would they go somewhere else to do that when they can just do that right where they're at in Discord? Let's go to the chat real quick. The Rock says, "Nice nib day. I just finished my own months-long nib test. Oh snap! You gotta let me know what you thought. I'm a harder nib man myself. I like tactile feedback, haptic feedback, if you will. It's not haptic. It's definitely tactile though. But harder nibs give you that feedback I like." Jay says, "Nib day is tech news. Yes, it is. It's definitely tech news." Phil W, how do you join the Discord? So, Phil W, this is how you join the Discord. If you go to if you become a member of the YouTube channel, it's 99 cents to become a member of the Discord, the YouTube channel. Then you can go over to Discord, type in Rants About Tech, and then if your credentials are tied to if your YouTube is tied to your Discord account, you will be able to get into the Discord server. So the Discord right now, as of yesterday, is now tied to your YouTube account. Anyone that was in before that, it's a different situation because they were already there. All right, so my YouTube, I am resting. Wow, my tube, I am resting. No doubt, I got you. And there's also a role for people who just want to join the Discord and you don't want to go through YouTube. If you want to do it that way, that's going to be available in a few days. That's not available just yet. So people who just want to say, okay, I don't want to tie my YouTube account to Discord. If you want to join the Rants About Tech Discord, you'll have a way to do that. There's going to be it's a paid way to do so, but you will have a way to do that. It won't be open to everybody just yet. We're going to do that a little bit further down the line. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Phil. So anyway, and if you also, another good way to do it, a really convenient way to go do it is if you become a member of the YouTube channel, Phil, you will see a link in the members only post. So if you go to the community post, you'll see a members only post that has a link for the Discord in there for you as well. So Mike, what's going on? Let's get the air horns going for Mike. Glad you could join us, Mike. We're just going through Discord changes. Today's going to be a light show. We're going through Discord changes. But yeah, so those are some of the changes I'm thinking about there. Before I go any further, though, oh, no problem, Phil. I appreciate it. Before I go any further, though, because I do want to get input on these things. And a person who can give me a lot of input on a lot of what we're going to be talking about here today is Jay. He has so much experience with like eInk tablets and technology in general, period. So, and organization. He's really a guru in his own right. So, but anyway, he's here today. He's going to be able to join me on live. We kind of set this up to where he'd be able to join me today. And let's go ahead and go over. So this is going to be experimental. I'm going to go over, and then we'll finish talking about this stuff, and then we'll be able to get Jay's take on some of these things as well. All right, so let's go ahead and try to do that seamlessly. It's not going to be seamless, I can tell you that right now. This is our first Discord live experiment. So let's try it here real quick. Oh, actually, let me get into there. Let me get in, and then we'll go live. Bam. So I think I'm there now. Let's see here. Can I get it over there? I think I can. Oh, I didn't. I didn't get it over it. Okay, good. All right. There we go. All right, cool. All right, let me share my screen. Turn camera on. All right. Bam, there we go. I like that. This is cool. How's it going, man? So for everybody that don't know you, so go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Jay. I've been following the Rants About Tech YouTube channel for quite a while now. Started like before I got my Tab Mini C, and so Roderick did a really awesome set of videos on the Tab Mini C, which I was like, okay, I think this is the thing for me, which is really funny because I ended up like selling it and buying it back, and like it was just like a whole indecisive mess, but like eventually it was okay. So
Nice. Well, I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad that it was something that a lot of people got some enjoyment out of too, and like it was the Tab Mini C has become one of those tools that let me turn this down real quick. The Tab Mini C has become can I turn it down? All right. Tab Mini C has become one of those tools that like you can't find anything like on the market right now. It's still standing alone by itself. After all these, it's like a couple years now, right? It's been out.
Mid 2023.
Yeah. So I mean, it's really holding its own right now against a lot of competition because there's nothing else like it on the market. So kudos to Tab Mini, big up to it, and I'm glad it was the thing that brought us together.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get into some of these things. And anytime you want to chime in, Jay, you go right ahead. So how's the audio here? You got echo? Okay, hold on 1 second.
I'm great. Like you have no echo for me.
All right. So how am I, you guys? Are you getting echo on my end? Say something, Jay.
Testing 1 2 3.
Okay. Cool. I'm all right. So I think we're good on the echo. I think the echo was coming from another input. Oh, I got mad. I got mad echo. Okay.
Oh, see, I don't hear that on the Discord side.
Me either. I don't hear it on my side, but let me see.
What happens if I mute?
All right. So Jay's muted right now, and I'm talking. Do we still get the echo, you guys? And this is a good test, so we can figure this out. See, this is what we're going to have to figure out anyway to get this working right. Just let us know how you guys feel about the audio now. I know we're a little bit delayed, so it's going to take some time for it to catch up. What's cool is that the audio and video captures on Discord and through OBS at the same time, which I thought was very cool. It shares that feed. So still echo. Okay. Let me figure that out.
So much for that.
All right. Let me figure it. All right. I think I got that situated. Okay. Let's hear you now, Jay.
One, two, three, four, five.
All right. So you're good, Jay. They said it's just me. So I think I might have fixed that. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. So do we still have the echo right now, you guys? This is a good test. This is a good test. we were going to need to do this at some point.
Testing and fraud. Let's go.
All right. So if it's all right. So it's still there. Okay. All right. So I'm turning that off. All right. I turned the last thing off here. Now let me know if you guys get echo. And let me see what the meters look like for you again, Jay. Okay. Gotcha. All right. I think that fixed the echo for me, but that may have taken your audio away. But we'll see. I can still hear you, so maybe it didn't take it away at all. Oh, still tons of echo from me. Holy echo. Oh, wow. Oh, it fixed the echo. So the echo's fixed. Phew. Awesome. Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But now no audio from Jay. So let me fix your audio now, Jay. All right, Jay, can you go ahead and say something? Nope. That's not going to do it. I think that introduced some audio on my end. No, it's one of these settings I'm dealing with over here. Hello? All right, say something, Jay. Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, okay. So it's all right. So I'm gonna go through one more. setting.
Okay.
All right. So now
Yeah.
I think this is it. I think we'll see. Now,
Okay.
I'm talking and Jay's talking. Do we get any echo, you guys?
Rant about echoes.
I'm hoping we got the all thumbs up here. I think I fixed it.
I think so.
I'm no audio genius, but all right. We're waiting on the thumbs up, you guys. Let me know if
And we have to wait 45 seconds.
all right. Yeah. So it says can't hear Jay.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm trying to let's wait and see if that's actually the case. So they said the echo was gone.
Hmm.
All right. So all right. All right. Yeah, so I think one of the things that is problem is I think that Rod is coming out directly and through Discord. Oh. Oh, okay. That's a good point. Maybe my audio, yeah, all right. So let me turn off the Discord audio
Oh. Oh wait.
or
Oh
turn off
wait.
my audio.
So the latest chat for me has
Oh,
Mr. Mike going yes, and then The Rock saying you got it, no rod echo, I can hear
perfection.
Jay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. There we go. Whew.
All right.
There we go. I think we got it.
Let's see if this is gonna. Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Right on, Jay. Right on. Man, listen, we did it. We did it, you guys.
Yeah.
We did it. I couldn't have did it without you. I couldn't have.
Hey.
All right. Moving on. Now we got good audio.
Yeah.
So what I was talking about was like the additions to the Discord, some things I was changing about the Discord. So anytime you want to chime in, you go right ahead, Jay. So carried over from the YouTube, like I said, a lot of the tiers that I'm going to input on YouTube are just going to carry over into the Discord. And it'll be seamless. And this is kind of how I wanted it to go. Mr. Mike says, don't touch. Listen, we leaving it alone right now, brother. We got it perfect. I got the settings here. I'm not touching this again. This is golden for this situation. Actually, can I get rid of this thing here? Maybe later. Oh, no, that's cool. All right, maybe later. Okay, so now, we're gonna be adjusting some of the tiers in there, and like I said, they're gonna correspond to the YouTube tiers, 1-to-1. So any tier you like do on YouTube, and you eInk or connect your account to Discord, it's just gonna kind of carry over. What else we have here? Different roles. So right now we have members. YouTube members are kind of gonna be like the same role. So a member is just someone who just came to Discord and wanted to join the Discord. A YouTube member is someone who just joined a membership on YouTube and they want to do it that way. Crew is the same thing as what our original crew is right now. So if you are original crew, like, that's who you are, and you know who you are if you've been in the Discord already. And the YouTube crew is going to be people who pay above the 99-cent membership to join the membership, and they will join the Discord with that role there as well. After that, we have like very important crew. That's going to be a tier. I haven't thought much about that. And then after that, we have elite crew. So we're going to have like 3 different tiers essentially going on. And then one crew tier for dev crew. I'm excited. Exciting stuff. But yeah, so those are going to be the things that we're going to be doing along with the original crew titles that we already talked about doing. We're going to add those to the people who are have the OC title. Mods obviously have their own thing. Server boosters. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. We wouldn't be able to do this kind of thing right now without people boosting the server. So thank you for those server boosts. And if you're considering boosting the server, we are at the point to where we can do this kind of live stream thing with the Discord. But also, it's a thing where we could always use more boosts to keep us at that level in case other people can't boost for that particular month or whatever. So we can always stay at a baseline level to maintain the quality of the live stream and the audio. So that would be really cool. So if you're thinking about boosting, go right ahead and boost. We have a boost ticker as well on the Discord now that shows what level we're at and what number we're at and where we can go to the next tier. And so people will kind of know when we can't even take any more boosts. So that's a thing. Special one-time only roles and items. So that's going to be a thing too. So you can just imagine, like, if you've been a member of the Discord for 6 months, like there's a role that can be given out for that. So special things like that we can do with the Discord now that we're at the level we're at. And what else? Digital assets, the store. So I like I said, I'm bringing a store for digital assets to the Discord. I'd rather things like that be there than on Patreon, because everyone's there, like I said. And it would be kind of cool for people who want to support in that way, to show support that way. When I say digital goods, I'm talking about like screensavers. I've come across a lot of interesting and have created a lot of interesting images using AI. So up front, these are AI images that I've created for screensavers for myself, or images that I've created for video elements that I just didn't use. And I thought, okay, this won't work for that. But this is so cool because of this mix of prompts that it created this image. And I thought about sharing those on the Discord as well. So we'll be sharing things like that. 3D files, 3D image files. So like if you want to 3D print some of the things that we're going to be talking about on the channel and in the Discord and on a live about, you'll be at a certain tier, you'll have the ability to just download those files and 3D print those things for yourself if that's something you're interested in. So we'll have things like that in the store as well. So yeah, just cool stuff like that. We're trying to add to the Discord to add some value to it and to make it a little more fun. And to take advantage of everything it uses so that, you know, we don't have to go anywhere else to kind of get these things. And I would like to have all of these things in one spot, and it's looking like it may work this way. So, yeah, thank you for everyone who's joined the Discord. Thank you for everyone who's donating or promoting and like engaging in the Discord. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right. So Jay, different roles and things like that. I'm trying to keep the roles to a minimum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it seems like every time I think about roles, the thought seems to kind of balloon and explode in my head. Like, okay, wow, it would be cool to create a role or a title for this. It would be cool to create a role or a title for that. And then I look at the title list and I'm like, oh, have you seen the title list lately, Jay? Or the roles list? Okay.
But I can imagine. Yeah. Yeah.
So for those who don't know, Jay's also a moderator for the YouTube chat and also for the Discord. And so he can see all of these things, there. And it's just like that list is becoming very long. So I'm trying to keep it to a minimum, everyone. But any thoughts on those would be greatly appreciated. If you guys have a suggestion, we have a suggestion channel in the Discord. You can throw your opinions in there if you like on this. I think more roles are cool, but it can get crazy. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, like you have to kind of think about them as, like these are, I mean, in addition to just like titles just being for fun, like these are a kind of like metadata that you are giving to your user base, right? Mm-hmm. So like you want to be able, so when you create a role in the sense of like, you know, like role-based access control for something in like directory services, you're doing it because there's like a certain set of capabilities that you want that group to have, or like a certain like, you know, set of access permissions that you want that group to have that you don't necessarily want another one to have. Mm-hmm. I don't think Discord lets you nest groups, like nest roles, where it's like, I want to apply something. Yeah, it doesn't let you do that. Okay, yeah.
So my attack and approach on that was simply any role I hand out, I don't add any permissions to. I just, it's just a base role. So in that way, it kind of gives me some kind of like control over it. But you're right. That nested option would be the way to go. I mean, like you kind of have to create things out of necessity. But yeah, that nested option definitely would be the way to go, for sure.
The other thing, before I forget, I do have like two like little tiny nuggets of news.
Oh yes, do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of them is apparently this is just judging from like I think I saw a Reddit post this morning and a couple things in like there's two Boox like Facebook groups. One of them is for like English language and the other one is for Chinese. Somehow I got added to both. Not sure how.
Okay.
And
Added bonus.
but yeah. And so the English language one, a couple of people have been talking about how their Tab Ultra Cs, Tab Ultras, and Tab Ultra C Pros all got the golden master release of the 4.0 firmware today. Now,
snap.
I went and checked mine. Mine is on the release candidate, and it says it's not up for an update yet, but that could just be because you never know when it's going to happen.
Right.
So you know, a couple of people have said, "Oh yeah, it's installed and it seems to be working." And like one person posted about how like, well, this seems cool, but like I don't know what it can do next, right? So you know, what's the difference between this and 3.5.4? So we'll see what happens with that. But so that might be rolling out to people soon. And then the other thing is that I'm gonna actually do a post about this at some point in the near term future. So when the Notemax keyboard came out, you know, I didn't do, I think, really like enough long sentence testing in mine to see the issue like in the video that I made. I ended up posting about it in the description later, but like everybody has seen this thing where it's like, especially the space bar, you press the space bar, you let go, and it like bounces back, right? And so then you get like a double strike, like it happens with other keys in the middle of the keyboard. So, you know, I reported that to them with feedback, and they were like, hey, can you take a video of it happening for us? And I was like, okay. So I did that, and then we had some back and forth, and they were like, okay, we're going to send this to our engineers, and our engineers are going to take a look at how we can fix it. And I was like, all right. And maybe like 3 or 4 weeks later, they got back to me again, and they were like, hey, we just want to let you know, we have basically decided that this is a problem on our end that we have to fix. Okay. And they were like, we'd like to send you a replacement keyboard to get the problem fixed for you. Like, we think we've resolved the issue. Okay. So I explained to them, I had actually bought 2 keyboards because the first one, I figured when it happened, it was a fluke because I hadn't seen like Brandon's video and Voya's video about it yet. It hadn't come out. So I thought it was just me. So I was like, I'm going to buy a second one and then I'll send the other one back, whatever. And so like I had 2 of them. And so I explained that to them. I was like, here's my original order for both of these. And they were like, okay, no problem. We'll send you 2 replacements. Just take the originals and just send them out to our repair depot. And I was like, okay. So I think those are arriving today. So I'll let you guys know in the Discord.
Nice.
Yeah, how they go. But
well, I mean, so did they issue like an official recall for those things, or what was the official word on that?
I don't think there's been like I think I might be a guinea pig. I don't think there's been like an official like announcement of like, oh, we fixed it. Here you go. So, but the fact that they want me to send the old ones to the repair depot does seem to indicate that they have some thing that they're probably going to like unglue it from the backing, do something mechanical, or like replace some parts on the inside of it to make it work, and then put it back together and then sell that as like a refurb, you know, keyboard unit.
Right.
So, but there's been no like announcement about it or anything like that. So.
Okay, I thought I read something, but I could be wrong about that. But yeah, it's definitely, it sounds like something that they want to do a recall on. I mean, especially if it's that prevalent, you know what I mean, of an issue for so many people.
We were talking about this when it first happened. I remember, and you were saying like it might be that they don't need to do that big a scale of like a recall announcement because just like not a lot of people bought them in the first place who weren't like, you know, crazy like myself, who were like, you know, oh, I gotta have that, you know. So like maybe they just didn't do a whole lot of them in the first place, and so they don't have to, they can just do it on a case by case basis. So
right, yeah, exactly. Good point. So another thing I want to mention it's just eInk stuff today. Essentially, we were talking about on Discord the other night after the Saturday live, which is it's a pretty interesting conversation. we were having an after the live show on Saturday. Which, if you haven't joined the Saturday lives, they're pretty cool. They're a little bit more laid back. It's a good time. 7 p.m. Eastern time, 7 on Saturdays typically. So yeah, check that out if you're around at that time. But we were having a conversation about the Supernote retaining its information after it left the electromagnetic field of the tablet, the pins. We were talking about the double tap, and after and after it doesn't have a charge, how does it retain its settings if it's not maintaining or giving a charge in any kind of way from the tablet? And that's the thing we're gonna show that right now. So I wanted to show that on the live actually, and I'm kind of glad this is so fortuitous that it's happening this way today. But yeah, so let me grab the Manta here. Actually, I'll grab the Nomad because the Nomad actually displays this in a better way. So let's go ahead and check that out. I'm gonna go back over here to the. I wonder if I can do both. I wonder if I can do both. Can I? Oh, no. Maybe it would have, but all right. Let's try to fix this. Oh, it shut off. Okay, 1 second, you guys. I think it shut off. All right, so I'm learning this process of using the Discord for the live. It causes the camera to shut off if you don't switch to it for the Discord. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. So I'm learning as we go. Here we go. So now I can go back to the top camera, I think. Yes. Oh, that's not it. That's a whole different camera altogether. That's the top camera. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. And is it? Yeah, it's the right way. Okay. So we're good. All right. So as far as this goes, see if we can zoom in down here. So, and make sure I'm not creating a situation for myself on the Supernote. I give away so much private information on the Supernote. Here we go. Yep. All right. So essentially what we have here is I'm just write something. Hello world. And so once we have that, right, this pin right here has a button on it. And this button right here, if you, there we go. We can focus on that. If we double tap that, if you hold the button down, it just selects. You can make it be an erase in the settings as well for the Supernote. So that's an option you have for the Supernote. But when you press that down, I have it set up to be the lasso select. So once I hold it down, it does the lasso select, and then I have these tools here, which I think was one of the best parts of the Supernote platform, is the amount of tools you get at the site of selection. So no matter where I select, I get those tools right there. Awesome. Jay, I don't think I'm trying to get Jay's. Let me see if I can get your audio in here, Jay, because I don't see your audio in here. But I think I know how to do it. I think I know how. We're about to try it. All right, say something, Jay. Oh, nope, that didn't work. That wasn't it. All right, so I'm gonna relay your message for now. We'll get that figured out. All right, so for right now, you can select with that tool right there. But another thing you can do with this button right here is, see if we can focus on that, is you can double tap that button, and it'll it'll put you in another mode to where it'll be a lasso erase, which I think is awesome. So it used to be that you had to be really close to the device, double tap that button. Whoops, here we go. And it will become a lasso erase, and you can do that. And it used to be that if you got too far away from the device, that setting would be lost. And so I'm like moving away from the device right now, and that setting would be lost. After this last update, though, now that setting somehow is retained in the pen, and now it still will do the lasso erase. That didn't used to be the case. So now it can do that kind of thing, and it makes it so much more useful. And not only that, it's more predictable. Like you trying to initiate it is a more pleasant experience. It was kind of hit or miss before this previous update, but this last update, I'm on a beta firmware update right now. So just so you guys know that this isn't something that's pushed out to everyone just yet. But that little tool right there is it's cool, and the fact that it retains it, even though you move it out of the electromagnetic field of the tablet, it retains that information. We were talking about that with Mr. Mike in the Discord. This is for you, Mr. Mike. But yeah, it still works. It still retains that information, and yeah, just another awesome tool if you have a button on the stylus that you use on your tablet, and especially the Supernote tablet in this particular case. But yeah, I definitely wanted to mention that right there. It surprised the crap out of me when I noticed it. I'm not sure how that would even work. Any ideas? Jay?
No idea. I know that like there is some circuitry in these things that like you could theoretically like the way that these pens work, right, is they get energized by the field that comes off of the screen. And I guess you could probably put like a tiny little microcontroller or something in there that could do.
Oh, maybe like a capacitor or something.
Yeah, and just have it store some 0 or 1 value, just have it just so that the tablet then knows what it is that you said, that you did with the pen. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know other than that.
Yeah, that is a good explanation right there. I was stunned by it. And we were trying to figure that out in the chat that night, and it was just a very interesting conversation that I thought, okay, we should show this on live, so at least it's documented. We know that that's happening, because that is a change. It didn't used to work that way. It would initially lose whatever setting you set that for. So that's very awesome. Very cool indeed. What else we got here? Remarkable has an update. Oh no. Let's do this since we got Jay here. Let's do this. And I wanted to get your take, and yeah. I'm gonna go back over to the top-down camera here. All right, so for this particular demonstration on eInk right here, this is kind of a play on a video that I saw from Jeff the other day. Last night I think it was, or a mix of last night or this morning. They kind of blended together today. But Jeff, let me see if I can throw his. Oh, I can't. It won't let me drag his channel over here. But anyway, Jeff came out with a video that was talking about his use of layers, and you guys know I use layers a lot. So that's a lot of the way I do my note taking is with layers. So I wanted to demonstrate something that I do with layers that I think is kind of cool, that kind of piggybacks on that whole idea of layers, and how to, and why you would do it, and how you can distinguish them. So I use layers in much the same way that Jeff talked about, which is kind of like creating something. Okay, can I go back? Which is creating a list. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. All right. So can we see that? Yeah, we can kind of see that. You create a list with some check boxes here. And I don't know what we can put here. Right, and you can do something like that, and then what you could do is you can create a layer, right? And what that layer would allow you to do is, so create a second layer here, and that layer would allow you to do something like create or treat the bottom layer as essentially a template. So this, what I just wrote, this list is now on the bottom layer. I have a layer over that I can now go in and check the box off however I want to and whenever they're done. And then if I wanted to treat this as something I want to use for the next day, I can just delete those check boxes, and it doesn't take away the check boxes there. So the underlining information or the baseline layer is still there unaffected, right? This is something I like to do a lot, right? But on a color device like the Note Air 4C, I should have chose the remarkable Paper Pro for this. I really should have. I don't know why I chose this device to do it on, but we're here. Maybe because of the tool selection. So when I do this, I like to do two things in combination with layers to make this an easier situation for me, right? So I'm going to talk about those things in a second, but let's go into the chat real quick. I'm going to go back over to the Discord live before we continue this up. So my camera don't die. Bam, we're good here. Let's go over to the chat, and we can bring Jay into this conversation. We got, The Rock says, it would be more on the tablet side to remember the last state of the button. The pen itself by Wacom standard is more of a dumb device. Okay, so he's saying that it would be something that the tablet would store.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could test that by doing it on the Nomad and then doing it on the Manta and seeing if the state, is the same.
Let's do that.
It's like a tiny amount of science.
No, you know what? No, but you know what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that side note. But I think the problem exists with it doesn't work the same way on the Manta as it does on the Nomad. So I'm gonna show that right now. All right, so on the make sure I don't have incriminating information right here. Okay, here we go. All right, no incriminating information. All right. So on the Manta, it doesn't work that way. So the first thing that's different on the Manta, which I think is really silly, is the fact that on the Manta, when I write, we're going to do hello world. Now, if I double press the button, it doesn't convert the pen to a stroke erase. It just converts the pen to a regular erase. So let me show you. I'm double tapped. Whoops. Double tap. You see now, oh, whoa. Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind. It's a stroke erase. It didn't used to be a stroke erase. That's something that's new. That's something that's new. It didn't used to be a stroke erase. But anyway, it's a stroke erase now. So maybe it does work the same way. So let me move it away from the pad. I move the pen away, far enough away that it shouldn't register with it. Now I'm moving it back, and let's see if it retains it. And it still retained it. Okay, so now we can do the experiment because it acts the same way on the Nomad as it does on the Manta. It didn't used to be that way, Jay. I promise you, it did. All right, so here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable it back for this tablet here. All right, so now we can write with it. So I'm going to double tap. It should be stroke erase now. Whoops. Oh, there we go. No. Nope. Jay just asked me if I had an A5X or an A6X, and I said no. So now it's stroke erasing, right, on the Manta. So I'm taking it away from the Manta, far enough away that it shouldn't register anymore. Now I'm going over to the Nomad to see if the stroke erase is still there. Yep, it's probably pen related. Yep. Yeah, it's definitely pen related because the pen is maintaining its state going from tablet to tablet, so it's not tablet dependent. Let's just try that again, going the other way. So we're writing on the Nomad. We're writing. Oh no, Jay. It's the tablet. Did you see that? Did you see what just happened? Oh, okay. All right. So what happened was, all right. So let me demonstrate that again. So the tablet is holding the state of the pen, not the pen itself. So let me show the demonstration. So if you write over here on the Manta, I double tap on the pen on the Manta, and it's erasing now, right? Now, if I go over to the Nomad, it's not set to erase. It's set to write. It's going to write. So that information is being kept on the tablet, not the pen. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good experiment. Now we know. But through any event, it's very interesting that now they're saying, okay, obviously they're improving this functionality. I think what's ultimately is going to happen. Let's go back over to the Discord live. I think what's ultimately is going to happen is they're going to keep refining that functionality of that double tap till they get it to a point to where they can start touting it as an actual feature. Because right now they don't say anything about it at all. Yeah, it's not anywhere in the documentation or anything. That's just something I kind of stumbled across. Well, actually, someone in the chat told me that one day actually in the comments. Very interesting though. All right, what else we got next here? Moving on down the line. Thanks for joining me today, Jay. This is fun, man. This is fun.
Man. It's great.
We got what else we got? Oh, the last thing is going to be a remarkable update. So I'm not sure if you guys saw this. It came to me overnight. It's a beta update for the remarkable. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these features that they brought up. Now, I don't think this is anything important here. It's probably not even important enough for me to even talk about, but it's Monday. There wasn't much going on. So here we go. So we got we had a marker update too on the remarkable. So the marker itself got updated and the device got updated. So let's take a look at both of those real quick.
So just like on the Paper Pro, right? Because the Paper Pro actually has the intelligent stylus.
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's an interesting thing. I should check that for Wednesday's show to see if the remarkable update number is now different than the remarkable Paper Pros because of that fact. That's a good point. Very good point. Let's go ahead and get to the software here.
So OS4 for Boox also apparently got pushed out to the Tab X.
Ooh.
So, yeah, like the pre-Note Max.
Yeah. So they're going back, yeah. But you know what? That speaks to maybe their optimization. You know what I mean? Maybe they've optimized it to a point where like we can get this to run on these really older machines. So maybe it's running really well on the Note Air 4C now. I'm gonna have to give it another try.
Yeah, I think what that also might mean is that I think so. The Tab X has a Snapdragon 665, which has like 6 gigs of RAM in it, and I think that's the same or close to the same specifications as the Tab Ultra C, like original, not the Pro. Mm-hmm. So that would explain why Tab Ultra C users are also getting it, because it's like they're basically right. There's obviously display differences, color versus black and white, whatever. But it's probably faster for them to be able to roll out updates for the same microarchitecture, like between the Tab Ultra C and the Tab X, or between, if they did the same thing for like the Note Max and the Tab Ultra C Pro, because those also have the same Snapdragon 855. So whenever they got a device like that, it's going to be faster for them to do, so they can take advantage of that, which is probably why it's coming out now. So
yeah. Good point. And like I said, this is always good news, especially if you're a Boox fan. You know what I'm saying? So definitely. Let's go ahead and check this update out, which, like I said, isn't much of an update. It's not much of an update we got here. Let's go ahead and look at this here. We got we're reading this right off of the remarkable Paper Pro here. So essentially, beta 3.18. We're talking about a rotating display. Listen, I'm sensitive about my line in my Remarkable Paper Pro. Okay, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about it. It's not a big deal. Okay, let's just ignore that. It's not really there. Anyway, we got the rotating display. Your paper tablet screen auto rotates to best show your content. We've also cleaned up the toolbar to include more of the tools in document settings. What's new in the beta? Changing orientation. The view automatically switches to portrait or landscape unless you lock the position of it in quick settings. And reorganize features, send by mail, convert to text, and screen share are now accessed at the bottom so that the options to create and write are more prominent. None of that seemed evident to me. Okay, one more time. I gotta make sure I don't have incriminating evidence. I don't want to incriminate myself. Oh, this is nothing incriminating. This is good to go. I didn't see much of any difference on here when I quickly went through it before the show. Let's take a look though. It just looks like a normal layout for me. Unless they are, oh no, they're talking about this layout. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem any more intuitive to me. I got to tell you, and I guess the auto rotate is cool, but that's like making a car and then be like, oh, dude, we just made a new car. It's got an engine and wheels. Dude, you don't even know. You don't even know. Like, what? So auto rotate, right. like, why do we care about that? So anyway, auto rotate, cool. We got auto rotate on the Remarkable. That's the thing. Jay, let me let me get your take, Jay. How do you feel about auto rotate coming to the Remarkable?
I am, look, I have a lot of increasingly strongly held opinions about
I know.
Remarkable maybe not being quite up to snuff with everybody else. In general, I think my take.
But they have auto rotate, Jay. They just got auto rotate.
Right, like that gif of Chevy Chase's head exploding when he's being what's his face, Carl Sagan. It's about freaking time, and like they I don't know why. I mean, what that tells you is they built a hardware feature into the device that it took them 9 months to turn on, right? Like the accelerometer was in there, and they just weren't doing anything with it. Which, like,
why?
What? Yeah. Why would you release it without having that turned on and working? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and such a core feature of tablets too. You know, it just okay, all right, no doubt.
And it's not like it didn't rotate before, because they had the feature baked in for when you would use the keyboard folio. If you
exactly.
It rotates. Yeah. So it's not like it was like, oh, we got to change the software around to accommodate this landscape. No, it wasn't like that at all. It was just, they just didn't do it because reasons. So
yeah. Well, I was trying to look on here and find software notes for the pen to see what that update was about, because they certainly updated the pen as well, but there's nothing here for the pen. Maybe I'll do a search online later and have that in Wednesday's show or something like that. But yeah, so a small update for the Remarkable platform. Nothing major. Auto rotate. I guess it's major if you're like, okay, this is a major because that's so foundational of a feature for tablets. But in the grand scheme of playing catch up, I guess it's not that major. Let's go to the chat real quick. We got Durock says it would be more of a tablet. Oh no, we got to that one. Like the Samsung S Pen has or had additional circuitry for Bluetooth, etc. But I think that falls very outside Wacom standard. Yeah, definitely. So you were right, The Rock. It's definitely being held on tablet side because we definitely did that experiment there showing that. So good on you for that. Mr. Media, why not just save it as a template? When we were talking about doing the layers. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I got to get back to that. So that was because that was just a lot of people are like, okay, I can make my own layer or template real quick by doing that. I do that too. I do that a lot. I guess I do it less as is it making a lay or template. It's more of just some protection. You know what I'm saying? I just want to protect certain information. So no matter what dumb stuff I do later, it doesn't affect that. You know what I'm saying? I'm undoubtedly going to do something dumb. So, that's just a thing. And when I do, I need protections in place to protect me from me. So
Tell me about it.
So that's the thing. But anyway, back to what I was showing on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over to this other panel here, Jay. So back to the where did my topics go? Oh, I was doing this on another one. I was doing this on the Note Air. So anyway, going back to the Note Air. Oh, this is undoubtedly Mila's back hair on my desk. So just going on to the demonstration here. So I just wanted to, like I said, piggyback off of Jeff's things. It sparked my want to like put out how I actually use the layers and the thing to kind of not create templates, but like I said, as protection. So what I'll do sometimes, like I said, I'll write. And this is another thing I like about the Boox platform too that you can't do in Remarkable. And we talked about that the last time, which is when you start writing in a color, if you want that to be a different color, you have to rewrite it. I mean, there's just no other way to do it. But on the Boox platform, you can just say, I want this to be a different color, and bam, it's a different color. It's just, I love that. Topics, new Alexa AI, Ali. I think I was probably putting Alibaba here. And actually we had a list going, didn't we? I think I had a list. Oh, I did. There we go. Bam. Back to the list. So when I do this list, and this list is on one layer, the bottom layer, and the top layer, which is what I'm going to write on now, is I can do whatever I want and it's not going to affect that bottom layer list, right? It's like I said, essentially a template. But for me, it's just protection. I just don't want to mess that up. So, and we can go through and just like get rid of the whatever markings we made without disturbing the underlying layer. Now, one thing I like to do when I do layers is I like to be able to differentiate what layer or what information is on what layer, right? If you use the same pen for every layer, it's really hard to differentiate what layer you're on or what layer that information is on without going to the layer, picking it, and then saying, okay, I see the information. Sometimes you can glean it from the little template here, but that's so small that most times you won't be able to do that. What I like to do, and I think I'm going to make a video kind of outlining this in more detail, but what I like to do is use different pen types for different layers. So I use my most common pen type, the one I like to use the most to write with, as the baseline layer, right? And if I add a different layer, which we're on layer 2 right now, maybe I'll use a different pen type. So now the pen I'm using is going to be the pencil, right? And you'll notice that not only is it I'm using a different pencil or pen, I'm also using a different color in tandem with that. So that serves two purposes. The first purpose is when I'm on a color device, I know instantly So when I'm on a color device, I know instantly if I see blue there, that's on a different layer than what this is on, right? That instantly tells me that if I'm doing it correctly, right? So at a glance, I know I have different layers here. That right there is on a different layer than that is right there. So that's one of the advantages of having color and using layers is that you can use layers and get on the bottom or right over the bottom layer and it not affect it if you have to go and change it. Say, okay, I didn't need that arrow going there. Let me go and change that arrow. Again, it doesn't affect the underlying information. So that's cool. Now, what's cool about having it be a different color and it being a different pen is that say I want to pull this up on a non-color device. Well, I can't see the color on that non-color device, but what I can do is see that it's written in a different pen type than this particular layer. So different color and different pen types. So when I look at this, it looks like a pencil. I mean, I can see this kind of close up. I don't know if you guys can see this really well. There we go. Oh, you can see it now. You can see that looks like pencil versus this looking like I wrote it with ink, right? So visually, even if I weren't using a color tablet, or if I have two tablets, I use one for color and one for not being color. And I can pull up the same information on both and still glean the same kind of intent from both. Like I intended this to be on a different layer, so it probably is because I use it in a different color. But if it's black and white, I know that I use it in a different pen style. So that's just one of the things I like to do. One of the things I like to, hold on, let me put you over here real quick. One moment though. There we go. Okay, we're good. What were we saying there?
Oh yeah, no, I was saying that there is one downside to, well, it's not necessarily a downside. It's just like, so for me, like I'm very like particular, I guess, about the way that, like the way that that my handwriting looks after I put it down on the page in terms of like, am I at the right thickness that makes me feel like, okay, yeah, this is my, you know what I mean? Like this is my handwriting. This is something I can read later, right? Because I mean, like my handwriting is like not that awesome. So like I have to give it as much clarity as I can. So like, you know, a lot of times with a lot of the other pen tools that are not like the quote unquote fountain pen, like if I'm using the pencil or I'm using the fine liner or the paintbrush, the thickness is not as consistent as I'm expecting, and so I have to like then mess around with the thickness in order to make it exactly what I'm looking for. So it's kind of
that is something that I find too. Yeah, it's definitely something you have to fine tune because again, like you, line thickness means a lot to me when I'm consistently writing something. So I feel you on that. It's definitely something you're going to have to fine tune if you choose to kind of adopt that kind of workflow. I definitely find that it's one of those, if you're a visual person, it helps to be able to kind of visually look at something and distinguish or just know some information just off looking at it, what is kind of what with what you're doing there. Yeah, definitely useful.
Yep.
Man, so time flies. We're already over an hour here, going up on an hour and a half. Listen, this is good. I'm so glad that this portion of the live is working to where I can swap back and forth between the Discord or the OBS and the Discord, and it works seamlessly. Now I just have to work out a way to pull people's voices from the Discord into like this top-down view or this like other views that I'm doing here, because that's gonna be clutch when I figure that out. But we're getting
especially if you can make it so that the video stream goes to the Discord window. So like when the person is looking at their Discord, they can see what you're talking about without having to go back over to the browser because the browser's always going to be late.
Oh yeah. You know what? I've already thought of a plan to start starting the lives in the Discord about a half an hour early, and then just kind of carrying it through. So maybe when I go to get that set up, I'll figure out a way to kind of carry that feed all the way through. So like you said, you don't have to kind of go back and forth. Mm-hmm. That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah. That would be cool. All right, Jay, I'm gonna end this live stream here, my brother. Thanks everyone for joining. Hold on, let's get the music. Can we get the music?
There was Nib Day.
Oh, there is. Oh yeah. Let me talk about nibs. Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much. All right. You know what? You know what though? Hold on. Let me see. Oh, I wonder if this will work. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go see if the phone is dead. I'm gonna go see if they're here really quickly on live. I'll be right back. That didn't work. That didn't work either. Okay, so I ran. I'm already perspired. It's warm out here today. It's gonna be a nice disc golf day today. I can feel it. I ran downstairs to see if they've been delivered. They haven't. So we'll talk about that on another show. Oh snap! Hold on, and we got a new member, Kim Adams. Thank you for joining. Let's get the air horns going for Kim. Air horns. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the show today. And like I said, we're gonna try to do things like this where we bring in members from the Discord. And to talk and just to share their expertise on a particular topic all the time. So that's something we're going to try to make a regular part of the show. All right, hold on. Now that I caught my breath, let's get the outro. Bam. Now we got the outro music going. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so thank you guys for joining me. Thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for the members. Thanks for everyone in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, Kim, look in the members post now that you're a member. There should be a Discord link in there. Come join us in Discord. It's a good time. We talk about technology, talk about eInk, talk about workflows, talk about use cases. We got the use case queen in there. We're gonna crown her sometime this month, hopefully, because we're trying to go down the line of people's names. Oh, we forgot the name today. Oh, because we were so influenced with Discord. We'll do that in Discord today. We're gonna pick someone in Discord, and we'll get their name and icon done today as well. Don't forget to join me on Wednesday show, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We're gonna talk about, what are we talking about? We're going to talk about drawing on the 10.3. It's going to be a good time. We're also going to talk about Apple's AirPod 4 commercial they got coming out tomorrow. So hopefully we can do that on live and check that commercial out and just talk about that. And you know, we've got a long history of AirPods being awesome in this community. So we're going to try to keep that going with the new AirPod 4s, Apple AirPod 4s. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. And thanks again for Jay for joining me. Thanks to everyone in the Discord as well. I'll see you guys there. And until the next time, everybody, peace.
you